Hi. So this is where I answer questions that you have, and today I'm going to tackle a pretty juicy one, which is, can I, as in the person was asking, can I make you sound butch? So my first response to this question, and this is the short answer, is that it's very difficult to answer this question without knowing exactly what butch means to you. And that's where we would start. If I were working with you as a coach and we were in a session, I would say, well, what does that word mean to you? What does it sound like? What does it look like? Is there somebody that you can point to that I could have as a reference for who you'd like to emulate? And we'd start with those questions, and from your answers, we would come up with a program of how we could help you find that sound within your own voice authentically. But that's a kind of boring answer for this video, so I'm going to go ahead and go with a dictionary definition of the word butch and assume that that's what you meant, and talk with you about one way where I could help you find that voice in an authentic way. So the definition of the word butch depends on whether you identify as a man or a woman. So already we're getting into some gendered territory here. And I'm going to go with the definition for if you identify as a man, because the person who asked this question of me identifies as a man. And that is decidedly masculine in both manner and appearance. Ooh. So if you're asking me if I can help you sound more traditionally masculine as we culturally associate a masculine sound, then yes, there are things that I can do that can help you find that sound in an authentic way. And authenticity here is the key. And I'll talk about one way I can help you do that. So a lot of people associate a more masculine sounding voice with a lower pitch. And so they'll start to lower their pitch artificially to try to find that more masculine sound. And you can see how that really makes my own voice sound very inauthentic. So that's not the road that we would go down, or that I would encourage you to go down, because it's not very good for your voice either. It's not very healthy. So instead, what we would look at is finding your deeper resonance in your voice that we all have. So if you think about the resonance of your voice like you would think about a dial on a radio, we have our more treble resonance, we have our more middle resonance, and we have our more bass resonance. And those resonant overtones come out when we speak on a conversationally comfortable pitch. So if I were going to turn up the treble on my voice, you can hear that I haven't really changed the pitch of my voice at all. This is still my conversationally comfortable pitch, but I sound like I have a higher voice because I've turned up the treble and I've turned down the bass. Whereas if I wanted to start turning up the bass again, you can see I haven't really changed the pitch of my voice, but you might be hearing, oops, sorry if I hit the mic there, you might be hearing some more chest overtones, you might be hearing some more of the resonance in my back, and that's helping me find the more deeper sides to my voice. Again, still healthy because I'm still in that conversationally comfortable pitch. So we look at things like that to help you, by the way, those deeper tones might be more associated with masculinity, but obviously, everybody has deeper tones in their voice, right? I'm a female. I identify as a female, and I have those tones as well. But because we're talking about this more sort of traditionally masculine butch sound, we would look at how we can find those resonant tones in your voice in a healthy way that's coming from an authentic place. So that's one example of something that we could do. There are other things that you can do in terms of pitch, in terms of speed, in terms of volume, that would help you, intonation patterns also, that would help you kind of tackle more of that sort of traditional masculine sound and do so in a healthy way. And I think that's the thing, is that for me, I think what's important is that it's authentic. Even if you're trying to do it for fun, even if you're only putting it on for a little bit, that it doesn't have to be a mask. It can actually come from you and from your authentic, healthy place. And I think that includes how you're using your body language and how you're wanting your body to communicate. So I think that's the key, and that's also a way that we can do it and stay healthy within it. Whereas if we start pressing our sound down, we could start to hurt our voices pretty quickly. This is really just skimming the surface of a pretty juicy topic. And I really encourage you, if you're interested, I actually have a Bespoke Speaks podcast episode that talks about how trying to sound masculine can affect your voice. And it's called Man Up, How Sounding Masculine Can Affect Your Voice, or Trying to Sound Masculine Can Affect Your Voice. And you can find that on any podcatcher or on bespoke-communication.com. And in terms of me talking about this note of authenticity and how important it is to kind of come from an authentic place, in my book at least, even if you are experimenting with different sounds within your own voice, next year we're going to be releasing some episodes about how to find your authentic voice. So definitely keep a lookout for those. So again, juicy topic, but a great question. I'm curious about your response to it. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.